Yo, Inca, you want to come out here? So, because we decided to go ahead and bring a B team versus our good pal Gert, we are now the 6th seed, and we are fighting the 3rd seed, Wreck-It Mike, and his Virginia Victinis. I genuinely don't remember what his team name is, and for what it's worth, it probably is Virginia. Anyways, we haven't fought Mike all season. Also, hi, it's your boy, Incog. So let's talk about it, man. So we haven't fought Mike all season, and realistically, it shouldn't be too bad, but anything can happen in this league, especially with no terror involved. I can definitely make a lot of different mistakes that I don't believe I should be making. But with that out of the way, let's talk about what we have here. Mike has Great Tusk, Chiyu, Wheezing Galar, Latias, Milo, Corviknight, Electrodasuyan, Cleavor, Slacking, and Trevenant. Also, I don't know if I said it already, I am the 6th seed and Mike is the 3rd seed, and then if we win, I don't know who we play next. Playoffs have gotten off to a very interesting start, I will say that, and I will not spoil who has won so far and who has lost, but it's been very interesting. We would like to win and continue our run, but anything's possible. Anywho, we already talked about Mike's team a little bit here, telling you the Mons, but let's talk about what's probably being brought. We're probably seeing Electrode, Latios, Chiyu, Great Tusk, and then it really comes down to what he values more. I think we could see an appearance from Cleavor and Milo, mostly because, while Corviknight is good, I don't think Corviknight exactly wants to fight my team, but it could show up, and I would actually be very, very happy for that. If Wheezing Galar shows up, that's completely fine. I'm not opposed to it. I just think it would be funny, and it really depends on the ability to where it will become more useful. I'm not a big believer in Trevenant and Slacking, honestly. Slacking, with me not having any Ghost, it could definitely make usage of spamming normal moves, but again, if you're Mike, you're kind of not wanting to just do that. Maybe, I guess, I don't know, but he could definitely do that. I'm not a big fan of Trevenant here. Trevenant looks terrible here against my team, but honestly, anything's possible. But yeah, it's looking like Hisuian, Electrode, Latias, Chiyu, and Great Tusk for sure. I think those four are pretty locked in. If they're not, then whatever. Maybe not Chiyu as much because of my team composition, but definitely the other three. I think you need something that could theoretically outpace Iron Bundle with no booster. I think Latias is really important this game to help deter away just like sweeping happening, but maybe not. But Milo definitely looks really good, though, despite all that freeze dry, and the presence of Zarude could definitely be very interesting to see fought. I could definitely see more Corviknight more than Wheezing, and even Corviknight more so than Cleavor, but again, anything's possible. I'm really discounting 3 Mons here, honestly, which, I mean, is pretty standard in this kind of game. So let's talk about what we're bringing for this matchup, which is on screen. So, first and foremost, I can't nickname Zarude as far as I understand it to be, and I've been doing it this entire time, which is illegal, you know, but I don't think anyone here cares, but I'm just saying it just to say it. We're bringing Zarude, Silver Surfer, Shockington, Pert 30, Ricochet, and Pass Puff, which if you don't know them by their funny names, then you don't know them at all, because I name things pretty much exclusively as easy it is for me to recognize. Originally we were left over Zarude, but we are just sort of Spadef, mostly speed, and just doing shit Zarude. Citrus Berry with the Jungle Healing, Petal Blizzard, knockoff, and U-turns really nice this game. Arguably, this will be the Mon that we can fight off Milo with, and honestly just do as much as we can. And I was thinking, with Jungle Healing, it's similar to Take Heart. Instead of boosting, we just get some health back and we get our status cured. So getting burned by Scald on Milo and poisoned or anything else by that nature actually wouldn't matter. We're 3-hit KO'd basically by the Leaf Storming Hisuian Electrode, and I believe also with like Choice Specs as well, with Leaf Storm and potentially an Electric move. I don't know what it'd be, probably just be Thunderbolt, honestly. We could eat the first 2 hits, eat our Citrus Berry, and potentially eat 2 more hits depending on the percentages. Knocking it off is our primary objective, and U-turning as well. With this Mon, we want to avoid that Choice Scarf, more than likely Cleavor if it wants to show up this game, but honestly we want to avoid this entire team as much as we can before we can get settled in against something like Milo. Something like Great Tusk definitely doesn't want to really take a Petal Blizzard all the time, and in general, getting off a knockoff against this team will be very, very nice, unless it is Weakness Policy Latias, which again, we have avoided a Weakness Policy a time or two ago, but with this game, I don't know if that's going to happen. So we'll see what happens. We have to be very careful there too. Since this is item clause, there's not too many things I have to really technically watch out for, but I am looking out for the Scarf Chiyu and the Scarf Cleavor, depending on which one it will be. But we'll see. Next up, we got Silver Surfer. I had this last move slot empty for a while. Sorry if you just heard me hit my mic. But we are Freeze Dry, Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, and Substitute. So 192 in HP, 140 in special attack, and 176 in speed. This guarantees us to go ahead and get off the booster speed, which will allow us to also outpace Latios, even if we don't have the booster, but allows us to technically always outpace a Hisuian Electrode unless it is Choice Scarf, which I don't think it will be, but there's always a possibility. We're running Substitute because there is a Milotic on the other side there. So we want to sub in front of it in case it is Mirror Coat, which makes more sense to me than I guess anybody else. But also sub could be very nice in case we are trying to scout out if there is a paralysis that's going to happen from Hisuian Electrode for any reason, or just in general from things like Latios. And I don't think there's really anything else that gets like T-Wave or anything like that, but it is nice to waste time with this mod in case he decides to set up something like Sun for the Great Tusk and the Chiyu. In general, this mon is our breaker, or well, it's our cleaner this week because we outpace everything that we need to outpace, and we hit everything for really good damage outside of, technically speaking, I guess like a Spadef Corviknight. But I mean, honestly, I think Corviknight's going to be Fizdef if it shows up. I don't see why you'd be Spadef in this matchup when you have something like Milo and even Latios to that extent, which can definitely do the job better. Regardless of that, next up we have Shockington. We have the Choice Scarf Sandy Shocks with the 248 and 252 and the 8. Just standard pretty much, outpacing obviously Chiyu. That could be Choice Scarf, so we can get the damage on that with Earth Power. I don't believe we OHKO it exactly, but it is nice to have this mon to Volt Switch with and then go into something else different. We can also go for Power Gem on things kind of sort of just like Cleavor, honestly, which I don't really think we need exactly, but it is nice to at least have the option. But we have good coverage for this entire team. Generally speaking, it's only really Great Tusk that could be like AV with not even any Spadef that could eat Earth Powers for a few days, even weeks. So we do have to be careful with this mon 100%, but not really a big deal here. Definitely want to use this mon to break open the game a slight bit, because we are running a lot of pivoting moves on our next two mons as well. So we have to be very, very careful with how we go about our threat assessment and just our thought process this game. Next up, we have Pert 30. AV, I think you guys kind of guessed that this was going to happen. Number one, I want to avoid the everlasting ability that could be Power Herb Solar being Chiyu, and we do OHKO it back with Liquidation. Number two, Hisuian Electrode, while it will just kill us outright, that is not the bomb we're switching this into, obviously, and there is also evidence that we could see maybe a setup Latios, so we have to be careful there. Probably flip turn first before we go for any sort of knockoff for the potential of Weakness Palsy. So there's that. Otherwise, Swampert's really good. Also, Damp's really nice for like exploding, wheezing, or I guess Electrode. I don't know. But in general, really good mon this week. 80 speed was generally for the Corviknight, potentially trying to outpace it, trying to like speed creep us or speed creeping something else. I don't know. Allows us to get off the knockoff first in case it's Rocky Helmet or some other item, so we get rid of its item first, and outpacing it is pretty okay. I was kind of leaning towards not trying to outpace it so that if it goes for Roost, we can go for Earthquake, but if it's pressure, then it's not really a big difference because it will just lose more Earthquakes. So we get off the knockoff really easily. We can flip turn first, obviously, on its U-turn, which makes a very big difference in this game as far as I could imagine. Next up, we got Ricochet, which is just the same Huluchi you've been seeing. Choice Band, 3 attacks, defog. Since we don't have a grounded poison, there could be T-Spikes from Wheezing, and rocks and spikes could be here as well, especially with the Cleavor. So we definitely need to be careful, but Huluchi can get off the defog and be really nice. This is potentially our lead since it is our third fastest mon, but technically it is one of the fastest mons in this matchup, especially fighting something like Hisuian Electrode. We do have to be sort of careful and not just switching this in willy-nilly, but this is probably going to be our lead in, no doubt, and definitely a mon that could break a lot of this team down. Braver and Close Combat are not two moves that you can switch into easily, and Wheezing, while it would definitely love to switch into those moves, definitely doesn't want to do it all the time, and especially with my kind of team, you have to be very, very careful with just switching in, because I am a man who will just hit anything. Next and lastly is Pass Puff. We are bringing the sort of Death Eater set which I wanted to bring the bulk up, bring the Calm Mind, bring the Wish, and the Stored Power. But unfortunately, as you might understand, there is a Dark type on the other side of the field, and on top of which, Flamethrower is really good into the Corviknight. So we're Calm Mind, Wish, Stored Power, Flamethrower with leftovers. Speed is for the Chi-Yu. Basically, I know that we don't hit it at all, and we want to make sure that we can get out of the situation properly. But it's either this or I was going to run a fairy move, and I really want to hit Corviknight more because it feels like Chi-Yu will definitely die early on or die later to the point where we might not even use Screamtail. But defensively speaking, helps against Great Tusk and technically Cleavor, and technically I guess Corviknight with no steel move, but anything's possible. I'm sort of just kind of winging it with Screamtail. Honestly, Chi-Yu could definitely be very, very scary into me, but with enough Calm Minds, Flamethrower definitely still looks like it could do potential damage, while Screamtail has to go for flinches, and if it is Nasty Plot, that is unfortunate. Bar none, I don't know what to expect going into this game, and I'm just going to try my best to try and win. I'm leading Hawlucha, unless I see something crazy that I wasn't expecting. Like, if we see Galarian Weezing, we can obviously just lead off with, what's his name, Avery? We can lead off with Sandy Shocks and then double out into, like, Pert for the Great Tusk going to switch in on Volt Switch or something of that nature. But it really depends on how much I know. I fought Mike maybe once or twice before, so I'm not too familiar with how he technically plays. We've definitely played before, but it's been a while. So I try to base my assessments of my leads based on who the person is, but since me and Mike don't fight very often, it's not like I know what to do this time. It's not like my confidence is an all-time high as well. I've had a really rough week and a rough time with life recently. Anyways, let's go and give it our best shot against Mike and his Virginia Vitinis, which I'm pretty sure is the name, but I'm not going to confirm nor deny anything. Please check out Mike down below. I'm pretty sure he is also uploading the games, I think, maybe. If he's not, then all the other coaches will be down there. If we make it the next week, well, then great. If we don't, you'll hear me monologue later at the end of the battle. Regardless, thank you for watching. Let's get into the battle against Rick and Mike. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started against Mike and his Virginia Vitinis in the first round of the Prepstars playoffs. Yay. I'm on my Switch 1 because I fucking made it wrong on my Switch 2, and I'm not going through the same bullshit I went through last time with Nico. Anyways, he brings generally everything we were expecting, so that's good. We see Great Tusk. No Latios, though. That I actually can admit we were trying to see if we would see it, but we're not seeing it today. Weezing Galar. Milotic. So he brings the defensive core that we were expecting, which is the Corviknight, Milo, Weezing Galar, but we do see the Cleavor, which I don't know if it's his kill leader, but it's been doing a lot of work as far as I can tell recently, or at least in this league. Going back over his team. Good Lord have mercy. Sorry, life has made me want to just tear my own eyeballs out. We don't see Hisuian Electrode, which actually is really good for us. We don't see Latios, great for us, and we obviously never get to see Trevenant and Slacking, so it's not a big surprise there. So that means his Scarf is potentially on Chi-Yu or even on Cleavor, which is fine. I'm going to lead off with Ricochet and keep it a stack with you and see how it goes. Honestly, we don't actually have to lead off with this. We could lead off with Pert 30, but I am more inclined to do this. So GLHF to Mike. Let's give it our best and see if we can get a W and keep it going in playoffs or potentially end our season early. Because you know me, I would love to win this, but without Latios and Hisuian Electrode, we can see how this goes. We're going to see Mirage, the gorgeous Royal. That is the Milo. Okay. I think he's probably going to be Flame Orb Marvel Scale, which is fine. Ooh, we do a solid chunk. That's good. He might flip, honestly, which is fine. He might also just go for Scald or Ice Beam. Either way, Pert is our best switch into this. I wish I had led this instead, but it's all good. We're going to see Scald pop out. No burn, just leftovers. Okay, so Knock is really great here, and he is leftovers, so he is competitive potentially. Knock here. Go probably going to see flip turn, which honestly helps us more. Scald again. Burn now, but we get off the knockoff, which is solid for us. No lefties anymore. Probably recovers this turn on our flip turn. Since it took a lot from earlier, let me calc something. Yeah, Recover's gonna pop out here, which is fine. Allows us to go directly into Zarude here. Burn Swampert is pretty bad. I can't lie there, but it is the nature of the game. But we are just gonna go into Zarude and then go for U-turn again. Potentially, we just go for knockoff again. It really depends. If we go for knockoff into Corviknight, that's not even a bad choice. That's just objectively correct. I need to check something real quick. Jungle healing's only the people on the field, right? Yeah, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like, yeah, ally Pokemon in battle. Okay, cool. I thought it could potentially be really game-changing, but no, it's not. Just knockoff here. Because Corviknight should be coming in, or Galarian Weezing. Overhaul. I don't know what that's going to be. Corviknight, okay. Crit. Not a crit. Rocky Helmet. Not a crit? Rocky Helmet? Oh, okay. That's going to be a roost then, isn't it? Is that's a lot of damage for a Corviknight. I'm not gonna lie, that could be Spadefish. Not too fond of that. Well, I'm fond of it, but that just means we have to win this a different way. Yeah, now I knock him down a lot. Good God. Might just see max HP, max Spadef, yeah. Potentially, but I don't know damage rolls, so I don't really give a shit. Probably just U-turn, so I'm gonna go into Shockington and call out the Great Test coming in and then make another really odd choice in a minute, so we'll see. Yeah, just U-turn. 239 to 313, good God. Ooh, don't like that. But that's a pretty interesting roll. There could be Great Test probably coming in. Let's see. Okay, so Corviknight's half, Milo's at like 95. Good enough. Doomsday the Peckish. He has a lot of these titles on these mobs, which is cool. Why did I type in Doomsday in my thing? Great Tusk. Earth Power is a 2-hit KO. Headlong will kill us. If he's just knockoff, it's whatever. I just feel like going for Earth Power here. That was kind of my main idea here, is that there's no real reason for me to keep Sandy Shocks if Hisuian Electro's not, well, no, I mean, there's good choice, right? Because we're choiced, right? So, we hit everything else for really good damage. Damn, what do I need? Swampert? We do need Zarude, though, huh? If he goes Zarude, then that's close combat food. But then he gets Petal Blizzard if he close combats this turn. Or if he Headlong Rushes, then it's definitely bad. We can go to Ricochet and go for Brave Bird, because Honestly, we just go for CC at that point. Interesting choices, Avery. Interesting choices. I think we're just going to go back into Zarude. I think Zarude's pretty expendable because of Corviknight and Weezing, so we're going to play it like that. And also Cleavor and Chi-Yu, so there's a lot. There's a lot. Rapid Spin, okay. So we're just going to go for the faster bit here, which is fine. We could have just stayed in Earth Power twice, honestly. Go on to Puff, eat the close combat, and then be about our day. Yep, close combat just pops out. Does 44. On his team, what does he have? It's really between Milo, Corviknight, and I guess Weezing. Yeah, I'm gonna call mine. I think he pivots out no matter what, so I'm kind of in a fine position. If he used to switch in, then that's different, but we'll see. This was the sort of position I wanted to really be in, which is good. If he allows us to do this and just goes for whatever, then we get off a kill here regardless next turn. Well, 56.3 chance. But if it's Corviknight's Spadef, which we feel like it's just max HP, which is fine. We're not going to do a lot, but I don't think he has a steal move. Not in high hell. So we can Calm Mind twice. We can just Calm Mind up against Corviknight. So he's going to pivot out, which is good. Yeah, we're going to see whatever the fuck that is. Probably Milo. Yeah, Milo. The really interesting part about what I'm going to look up is that I need to know something that I don't think I know. Actually, I won't look it up. It doesn't matter. He's Marvel Skira competitive. It really doesn't matter. I don't think this thing gets Psychic Noise, which is good. It probably gets Mirror Coat. I'm pretty sure it does. I know I use Milo for that exact purpose, but I don't think it does anything that I need to really worry about besides burning me, high key. So I'm just going to Calm Mind again. Unless he gets Roar. It gets Haze, I guess. But, like, honestly, you're fighting this Mon. I don't really give a shit. No, just flip turns. Okay. Sure, +2/+2 effectively, which is good. We're going to see what he decides to go into here. Could be Corviknight. I hope it's not. If it is Corviknight, Flamethrower kills. 110%. He has to assume we're dual stabs, so that's interesting enough. And then I think my friend just went live with a game, so then I'll be joining him when I'm done. We're going to see what he wants to do. Anyways. Let me leave this Discord call before I get overstimulated with other shit, because I need to do this in confidence. I don't think you guys are going to hear that. Cleavor comes in. Okay. Okay. Is this Scarf? I don't know. If it's not Scarf, it doesn't die. X-Scissor does a chunk. Stone Axe does a little bit. I don't know what this wants to do, but I will go for Wish. $383 minus 221, 162. That's a low roll for potentially just regular Choice Scarf Jolly. Not too afraid of that anymore. We'll get most of that back, if not all of it back, or at least a good chunk of it back. So we'll go for another Calm Mind. He is gonna Trailblaze, which is fine. So he's not Scarf, so he is just probably like some other item. We're +3/+3, so Star Power should kill here. All the time. Yeah, lit. So we're all the way healed up. We'll kill this. If he's Sash, he's Sash. I can't do anything about that. He is going to go for X-Scissor again. Oh my god! Okay, fine, fine. It's fine. We will get not the first kill. 117 is what we got reduced down to, unfortunately. He is Sash. I love that. I love that, man. I do. Why does this always happen in my damn battles, man? This always... Mike, this has nothing to do with you. Trust and believe. You and I, we fuck with each other. But the way that this happens in my battles has to be studied. 244 is the maximum roll he gets on Sandy Shocks. He has 2 rolls to get 241 and 244. Pert will just die. So I think I sacrifice Pert here because I really need this. I really need this Screamtail. Whatever. It's fine. It'll just have to be because I don't have a choice in the matter. Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to fucking Silver Surfer and burn it now. Because if I kill Cleavor at +1, Milo comes in as Mirror Coat, which means I have to sub and then freeze dry twice. Yeah. Alright. Lock in, Avery. Come on. Get rid of Cleavor there. It's that wasn't even my win con. It was more so that I can't hit Chiyu with Screamtail at all. So it forces him into a catch-22 of I have to go Corviknight, loses Corviknight, and that makes the game so much easier for Hawlucha. But it is what it is sometimes, man. I can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things I really can't do anything about. I sub in front of every single Milo that exists, and even Weezing to that extent. And Chiyu and Great Tusk die. You know what I mean? Like, yes, this is going to come in. Probably as Mirror Coat. I'm going to sub here. Call the Mirror Coat. Now, when I break out this Encore, what happens, man? I don't have it. But it would be funny if I had Encore, you know? That's doing enough. Mirror Coat happens. Because we have to play this game of cat and mouse. Which is fine. I do need this Mon to win, so I do have to sub again. He could recover. It don't matter to me. How much PP does Mirror Coat have, Avery? 32? Let me check, because I have... Yeah, 32. Okay. Give me a freeze and make this game easier for me. Or a crit. A crit would help. A freeze or a crit. Yep, just goes for another one, which is fine. Do I do it again? No, Avery. We Rochambeau this. We check. We make sure that he's going for Mirror Coat, or we make sure he's going for Recover, because he only used like this would be the 3rd or 4th one. Let me think. He used 1 against earlier. He's used 2 now. Yeah, I have to. I have to let Iron Bundle fucking go because I lost that War of Attrition, which is fine. Oh, that really does leave this up to goddamn Hawlucha. Alright. It'll just have to do, man. It'll have to do. Just go for the Skull or the Mirror Coat or whatever. I have to. I have to let it go. No freezes, just vibes, just a flip turn, which is fine. It sucks, but that is what it is, you know what I mean? If he is Scarf Chiyu, we could see it come out here, but like at that point, then you're seeing Scarf Sandy Shocks come out. And I'm pretty comfortable with Earth Powering this team, barring Corviknight, and Corviknight should not be switching in all the time. Yu. Yeah, that's probably Scarf Chiyu. Not even gonna bother thinking. The correct play is Corviknight. The middle ground is Great Tusk. Now, just so I have this clear with myself, do we have a chance of killing this? If not, it's fine. We have a chance. I'm going for Earth Power. You might think I'm AV and then still go for the attack, but I don't know. I'm hoping that he just lets this go. This is the only gambit I have before Hawlucha has to put together a fucking assault, which won't be easy at all. Okay, so he's either going Tusk or he's going Corviknight. I suspect Corviknight. No, he goes right back into this. Is that killing range? It's range, and then if he goes for Skull with no investments, 198 to 234. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. If I do this, then I have to Brave Bird constantly against Corviknight. And I have to figure out a way to get Corviknight dead sooner. Okay. Lord, give me strength. Thank God. Okay, he's low. If he goes Tusk, then Earth Power kills, or kills him too. If he Rapid Swings with Tusk, he still dies. Yeah, that's coming in. Of course it is. I mean, critting my Scream Tail twice is definitely gonna make a big difference, but alright, sure, why not? You know, damn. I mean, listen, man, I gave it my best, and clearly it wasn't enough. I don't got it. I'm gonna keep trying my best right now, but man, that... Yeah, I'm gonna throw up a wish, but he's Scarf, right? Yeah, he's Scarf. Yeah, we knew this before the game, realistically, that this is gonna be Troy Scarf, which is fine. Just is what it is sometimes, man. That just sucks the air right out of it, man. Does Flamethrower just kill Hawlucha outright, or am I, like, joshing myself? Let's see. Flamethrower will just kill it outright. So we're going to go into you. And Volt Switch. Alright. We get another kill. That's nice. Puts me back in the driver's seat. A little bit. No helmet, so I can freely U-turn back into Sandy Shocks because he should be just going for Roost. We can Power Gem this as well as technically Great Tusk. We can also just go into Hawlucha here, but I don't know what he wants to go for. Since he's likely Spadef, I'm imagining, you know, in my head, I'm thinking, Corviknight, regular max HP set. Close combat is a 2-hit KO. I don't know if he has Brave Bird or not, which is the only real concern. I think we go back into Shockington and just call it how we see it, man. I just have to make the right plays. If I make the right plays, I should be able to get this. U-turn again. As we know, Earth Power will 2-hit KO. Great Tusk, and does Rapid Spin kill us? That is the only real thing. It does 56 to 67, so it does not kill us currently. He could double out from here back into Corviknight, which is fine. If we see Weezing, we can generally assume that it's Levitate based on what we're seeing here. Because Weezing Galar, Doomsday, I forgot what that is. Great Tusk, okay. Because Weezing Galar gets 2 loud abilities. Well, really, 2 loud abilities, Neutral and Gas, and Misty Surge, and then Levitate, which is a quiet ability. So we can Earth Power this. It'll likely just go for Rapid Spin or Knockoff or Ice, literally anything. Corviknight has not roosted, so we can close combat that. Weezing's the only real issue, so I really do need him to Rapid Spin here. Get this, go into Hawlucha while he goes into Corviknight, then close combat that. I think he's trying to see if I'm Scarf or not, which he knows now I'm Scarf. I guess I could have Electric Mood, but I wasn't trying to play this mind game for like 8 years, you know what I mean? I have to close combat. I don't really have a choice. Yeah, he's like max HP, no defense. I think this kills. Yep. Corviknight picks up the kill on Hawlucha. It is what it is, man. GG's. I don't even got it in me to say anything fucking whimsy or anything like that, man. It just hurts. You know, you do so well, and then everything just comes down and does this to you. I've had such, I don't even care anymore. I've had such a bad past couple of weeks, and now we're just here. We're just here, man. I'm gonna guess it's just Levitate so he can get a kill on this, right? Yeah, thanks, man. I guess so. Anyways, GG to Mike. That's the end of Prepstars, yada yada. I'm probably not doing another draft league for a little bit of time because I am currently pissed off. And honestly, I don't know. I tried my best this game and it went as poorly as you could have expected. But it is what it is. I don't really got it on me right now, man. I really don't. So that's a GG to Mike. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys liked it, I mean, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I think Mike is uploading. I don't remember. But thank you guys for watching. Honestly, without the crit to Screamtail, I think we would have had a better chance of winning this game. But it is what it is sometimes, man. I just don't have it right now. Burnt to cinders, man. Just burnt to fucking cinders. All the confidence in the world to try and win this league, and it goes just as poorly as I thought it would. Yeah. See you guys.